Ryan was the one that really brought everyone together.
How they're staying Ryan strong.
But we begin with a story only on 10 News right here. This is the face, well, that's not the face of a man accused of stealing family heirlooms and breaking one woman's heart. With the arrest, that comes with some mixed feelings as well.
Michael Chen finding out that when this woman, the victim, when she went digging into the suspect's background, she made a very disturbing discovery.
A thief on the prowl.
It's really upsetting.
Now an arrest, but Simran Noon
It's frustrating.
is still shaking her head. Months ago. This was her after video showed an intruder on a November afternoon hopping her fence in University Heights. He headed inside while her husband worked in a separate office.
His target was this dresser in the bedroom. He busted open a lock and then stole dozens of pieces of jewelry.
Many of them family heirlooms, these watches belonging to her father and grandmother. Then, recently, word of an arrest.
Probably relief more than anything else.
Christopher Caramusa arrested at a home in Vista. Noon says a license plate trace led to a break in the case, along with the relief.
Why?
Nagging questions.
Why are people like this allowed to be out on the streets?
Noon decided to do some digging, piecing together Caramusa's criminal past, going from courthouse to courthouse.
Battery and bodily injury, auto theft and joyriding, methamphetamine sales, domestic battery, DUI with bodily injury.
Among the host of convictions dating back several decades, a lewd act with a child, and a year before Noon's break-in, a charge for failing to register as a sex offender. In a previous case, he qualified as a possible three-striker but didn't get the last strike.
The system failed us in that effect.
It's not clear if prison overcrowding shortened any of his sentences, but we do know he was picked up on more charges since November. Noon hopes this time he'll get that third strike.
Criminals like him harm our sense of safety. I think he should be going away for a very long time.
Michael Chen, 10 News.
Well, we checked and there have not been any similar crimes in that area recently.
All right, Brian Schlonsky here inside the 10 News Live Center now with a check on breaking news and update to a story we've been following since 5:30, a house on fire in Santee. I want to take you to some video. This is coming in from Sky 10 just a few minutes ago. You see firefighters there in the front yard and smoke billowing out of multiple spots on the roof of this house. This is in the 9400 block of Slope Street. You might notice too on the left-hand side of your screen next to that firefighter, there is a what looks like a for sale sign there in the yard. At this point, we don't know if anybody was inside when this fire started. Also, Heartland Fire at one point calling for possible evacuations. You see they have what looks like 2 or 3 ladder trucks there in the street, multiple firefighters going in and out of this. So we will keep our eye on this and check to see if anyone was injured. Back to you, Steve.
Brian, thank you. We have new information in the San Marcos home invasion that turned deadly yesterday. The gunned-down suspect was just identified as a homeless man, Isidro Bazan Jr. He broke into a home yesterday while the family was there. The homeowner called 911. And when deputies arrived, Bazan refused to surrender. He threatened to kill himself and deputies. He then ran into the garage with his arm extended towards those deputies. One deputy shot and killed him. Bazan was actually holding a butane torch.
New details right now on the bales of mystery marijuana a Del Mar woman found during her stroll along the beach. And she's talking to 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina about this jaw-dropping discovery.
Perry and Carla Hayes were walking their dogs along the beach here when they stumbled upon the crime scene. She whipped out her cell phone and started making a movie.
And this is?
Watch and listen to her comments as she shot this video.
The one is open, the white one, and if you smell it, you can smell that it is in fact marijuana. And it goes all the way up this cliff and God knows what the hell it's doing.
The bundles of marijuana were in pretty good shape, sitting at the base of a cliff at the end of 11th Street, discovered just after dawn this morning. They checked out the one that someone had poked into.
Oh, it smelled great. Well, you couldn't smell it unless you had your nose right in the package, but yeah, it smelled wonderful. It was very sweet.
Fresh?
Very.
Lifeguards and sheriff's deputies loaded the pot onto the back of a pickup truck. The haul was estimated at 200 pounds, tightly wrapped. No apparent water damage.
And they were really duct taped a lot. And they were at least 3 feet long, 2 feet deep, and about 2.5 feet wide. They were bales, they were not bricks.
The marijuana was taken to an evidence locker. The smugglers, long gone. Carla, though, has a story to tell.
It's just not every day that you walk down the beach and see, $600,000 worth of marijuana. It just doesn't happen every day.
No, it doesn't. Steve Fiorina, 10 News.
New tonight, a plan is in the works to shake up the San Diego Unified School Board. The City Council is considering changing the rules so that board members can only serve 2 consecutive 4-year terms. Right now, there's currently no term limit. The proposal would also change how members are elected. Each district would choose their representative during a primary election instead of having the candidate chosen during the countywide general election.
All right, new at 6, filling up your tank in San Diego, a little more expensive than it has been in over a year. The average price per gallon is about $3.03. It was $2.49 a gallon this time last year. It's not been over $3 since January of 2016. So if you're looking to save some money, here's some of the cheapest places to fill up according to GasBuddy.com. The OAAI station on Valley Parkway and Midway Drive in Escondido, the mobile station in Ingram and Grand and Pacific Beach, that's pretty cheap there, and the Noel Energy on Cactus Road and Otay Mesa Road across from Brown Field.
A developing story right now. This little girl's family is devastated because the man who killed her while driving high, he's about to get out of prison early. Romeo Dumlau pleaded guilty in 2010 to gross vehicular manslaughter. He plowed into Cindy Huffington's car, killing her 9-year-old daughter, Ashley. But Dumlau got a new trial. He was convicted of lesser charges, and then he was sentenced to just 10 years in prison. Today, filling Ashley's family with rage and tears.
A man who only cared about how he felt and never thought about how his actions could cause harm to others. A selfish man who I feel should never have the chance to live outside the walls of prison because he killed our precious girl.
Because Dumlau has already served 7 years in jail, he's actually eligible to be released immediately.
All right, a crime alert. A man is stabbed in the South Bay and his attacker is still on the loose tonight. This happened this morning at Broadway in Naples. The attacker tried stealing the victim's backpack, we're told, and when the victim fought back, that thief stabbed him twice and then just ran off. Police believe there may be a connection to another stabbing at the nearby Walmart just hours earlier.
The local Jewish community is relieved to hear that the man allegedly behind bomb threats at several Jewish community centers across the country, including one in La Jolla, that man behind bars. Juan Thompson is accused of making up the threats to frame his ex-girlfriend. Members at the Lawrence family JCC say they can't thank the FBI and local authorities enough, making this investigation one of their top priorities.
I think the relationship between law enforcement and the Jewish community in San Diego is very strong. We feel very protected.
There were 3 threats called in against the Lawrence family JCC.
All right, we are back here in the 10 News Live Center with another check on breaking news and update to a story we've been following all afternoon. The manhunt in San Ysidro for suspects. You see, at one point, police clearing a trolley, taking passengers off so they could look for them, saying that a pedestrian was robbed. Well, I've got some more video I want to take you to as well. The 10 News breaking news tracker capturing this. You see police dressing up a suspect. So they got someone. They're putting his hat and jacket back on so that they can bring the victim over and look at him and identify him as the person who did this to him. Well, it looks like he was identified because here you see in this picture with the hat and jacket back on, his hands behind his back, police putting the suspect back into the back seat of a squad car, and they tore down the scene. So it looks like they caught the person who robbed someone at San Ysidro. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you. We have new information on how long customers are waiting to get their refund for those exploding washing machines. Team 10 First exposed that problem last year. Well, since then, Samsung has recalled millions of those washing machines. But the recall came a little too late for one local woman.
We just heard bang, bang. First thing I thought, I could be dead or I could be really hurt.
Wow. Samsung is now telling customers it takes 4 to 6 weeks to process their refunds, and that's if the paperwork is filled out properly. We have a link with more information on about how to get your money back on our website at 10news.com. Just click on the red television button.
We have new developments. A pair of 11 and 13-year-old boys being blamed for causing this destruction, a lot of destruction, at a special needs school. Students, parents, and teachers came back from a long week break, found it looking like this. The bathrooms, the pool area, the closets, all vandalized.
Everything in the room was thrown into the pool. Water was left on. There was about 2 inches of water flooding the whole area. They had defecated in the pool, which was disgusting.
That is gross. This is Sacramento. Deputies arrested the boys, charged them with vandalism, and then released them to their parents.
Students at Grossmont High School have found a new way to honor Ryan Wilcox. He's the teenager who died last year of leukemia. Ryan strong! Ryan strong! We're going to show you how they're keeping his spirit alive.
All right, and Steve, coming up after the break, we have some brand new video to show you of parents brawling inside a Chuck E. Cheese in Victorville. The second time this has happened in a week. More of this to show you after the break.
Cooler and cloudier this weekend. Now pinpoint our chance for rain. That's all coming up in just 2 minutes.
Coming up, President Trump now calling it a witch hunt. Also, the 25-car pileup this Friday. Tonight, 30 people rushed to the hospital, rescues from the scene. And the accused murderer forcing a couple into their trunk, the multi-state crime spree. Coming up on World News Tonight.
The 10 News Live Center, we have some brand new video to show you. It's violence inside a really kid-friendly establishment. This is the Chuck E. Cheese in Victorville, and look at this. You're going to see women throwing punches in this video. A customer shot this. You see their kids and people just stunned looking on as this is going on. One person was wheeled out here on a stretcher. This is the second time police had to come to this Chuck E. Cheese in Victorville in just 1 week for fights, things like this. And get this, here's what this was all over allegedly. Game coupons. Adults fighting over game coupons in a Victorville Chuck E. Cheese. Back to you.
It's a Chuck E. Cheese, man.
Who knew?
Well, all right, thank you, Brian. A developing story now. A Mexican congressman hopes this stunt will change how some people view President Trump's border wall plan. That is Braulio Guerra scaling that 30-foot tall fence that separates Tijuana from the U.S. He says he climbed the wall to show how easy it would be to enter the U.S. even with a new wall.
New at 6, students at Grossmont High School have found a new way to stay Ryan strong. Ryan Wilcox died last year of leukemia, and 10 News reporter Joe Little reveals the new honor that's going to keep his spirit alive.
It's a box of memories filled with messages of lessons learned.
No matter what happens, I can just push through it.
Bailey Wilcox decorated it for her brother.
And that was obviously the rally day, which was amazing.
Those memories still echo at Grossmont High School. Ryan Strong for Ryan Wilcox, a student who fought harder for 18 years than most people fight in 80.
I had a brain tumor when I was 3.
He beat the brain tumor only to face leukemia. Students rallied behind his positivity.
With my family on my side, that's how I got through it. And my friends praying for me.
Even movie stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, and Chris Evans visited his home. Evans is Hollywood's Captain America, Ryan's hero.
Inside, I'm like...
Sadly, in September, his fight ran out.
Ryan fought every single day.
I definitely think people have been more aware of positivity.
Just like Captain America, he has an army behind him.
An army of students who are now honoring Ryan's spirit by helping someone else who overcame the odds.
It means so much just to know that his tradition will carry on through high school.
Friday, students in the Grossmont Educational Foundation started raising money for the Ryan Wilcox Scholarship Fund.
So I thought it was just like the perfect day. It was his birthday.
Ryan would have been 19 Friday, so they're only asking for $19 donations. The scholarship will go to someone who embodies Ryan's spirit.
I think someone that is like that deserves that scholarship.
A positive gift for someone who left this school with so many memories. At Grossmont High School, Joe Little, 10 News.
So awesome. Head to 10news.com. Click on the red TV button if you'd like to learn more about Ryan Wilcox Scholarship or just to donate the $19 yourself.
Did love that kid. All right, happening now. You can submit a nominee for the Marine Wife of the Year award. It is named after Irene Ferguson. She's the late wife of local World War II Marine Corps veteran Major Glenn Ferguson. He created the award to honor the sacrifices that Marine wives make to support their husbands.
He was reflecting after she had passed away on how he really didn't recognize that when she was living as much as he wished he would have.
That was Major Ferguson's granddaughter, as you can see there. The winner gets $1,500, recognition at a gala in May, and a plaque.
New details on the hottest new attraction at Disneyland. It's not a ride, it's not a show, it's a dessert. Fantasyland has gotten a Beauty and the Beast makeover to promote the new movie, and one of the restaurants is offering the gray stuff from the song Be Our Guest. It's a chocolate mousse around a red velvet cake. Guests are waiting more than 2 hours to try this dish, which, sad to say, it's only temporary.
Weather Rate Certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather, sponsored by San Diego's 2 men in a truck, movers who care.
I don't know if I could wait 2 hours though.
I wonder if it's like you could put in your space in line like you do the ride.
Maybe like that.
Come back for the dessert.
Or just
That'd be awesome.
get a funnel cake and call it a day.
You could pay somebody to stand in line for
There you
you.
go.
That's
There's
been
that.
done
Like the way
before.
you think.
You know, like we all put our brains together, we come up with some great ideas here. It's been a beautiful day. What a Friday. I'm already on Saturday. 69 degrees right now in the downtown area. We did not break records today, although we did make it to 77 degrees in San Diego, shy by 2 degrees from the record of 79 set in 1931. It does get cooler this weekend. Low clouds will be introduced tonight, and we'll see some areas of fog into tomorrow morning. Light showers expected on Sunday, but this should not be a problem maker for your plans this weekend. High pressure still in place, and this has been the reason behind the warm-up. Offshore winds are now starting to shift. We're getting more of an onshore flow as we head into tonight, and all the clouds over the water will be building, bringing that fog, and also a cold system to the north. It's going to be digging south, bringing changes for us this weekend. But the good news here is that it's brief. It's just for the weekend. Next week, temperatures will start to rebound. We'll see those warm numbers back in San Diego. And next week, it's actually going to be pretty nice. In our 10 News Pinpoint Rain Futurecast, there are the clouds building tonight into tomorrow. There could be a touch of light drizzle on Sunday morning, but the best chance for light rain will be in the afternoon after 4 p.m. continuing into the evening hours. There's also going to be some wind, but it's going to be targeting the mountains. A high wind watch will go into effect on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. all the way through 4 a.m. on Monday. Tonight, 47 Ramona, 47 El Cajon with clouds increasing and the potential for low visibility as we head into early Saturday morning. Tomorrow, much cooler than today. Again, 77 today in San Diego, and tomorrow we're going to stay in the low 60s, so dropping about 10 degrees all over the county or more. The temperatures will continue plummeting on Sunday as that chance of rain increases. 61 degrees at the coast. Will stay in the 60s on Monday. By Tuesday, we start to get better. A lot of sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Those numbers are going to be pretty nice. Looking comfortable inland valleys in the low to mid 80s as we peak on Thursday, and then the numbers will start to drop back down on Friday up to 78 with plenty of sunshine. Thankfully, next week, we're also going to have a really nice Friday. And the mountains will stay windy on Sunday, but also next week there should be nice.
Okay.
We'll take it.
We like every weekend you can talk about. Now, next weekend, love them all.
Thank you.
All right, boxing classes offer a grueling and high-intensity workout. Coming up, how hitting that heavy bag is also helping in the fight against Parkinson's.
National University, not for profit, all for students. Learn more at nu.edu.
Gulls are back in action tonight in front of the home crowd as they take on the Tucson Roadrunners. You can bet it'll be another packed house at the Valley View Casino Center. Gulls have been dominant on the home ice, having won 8 of their last 9 games overall. They've won 20 of their last 24.
Just a commitment. I mean, everybody comes to the rink, gets ready to practice, and we go hard. I mean, it's been real positive, and the chemistry in the locker room it's unreal.
Playing some great hockey. All right, for anyone who's ever laced up the gloves and hit the heavy bag, you know, boxing's a very strenuous workout, but for a group at Escondido, they found the sport to be life-changing.
The workout schedule at Rocksteady Boxing is pretty typical of what you'd see in a boxing class.
I give everything I can get. Tremendous amount of intensity.
But then again, this is not your ordinary class, as each and every one of these fighters has one thing in common.
All the people that you saw here are fighters. They're all diagnosed with Parkinson, and that's what we do.
What they are doing is fighting back against the disease.
Yeah, I mean, we're fighting for our lives. And so it forces us to, I think, really come out with as much as we have to give on any given day.
Oh yeah, we're always fighting back. We never give up. We're always fighting against the Parkinson's. There's always a battle every day.
Parkinson's is a movement disorder, and the rigorous movement in a boxing workout can help relieve the symptoms of the disease, providing a better quality of life.
Kind of facilitate movement that become hard. People are moving faster, moving better, moving bigger. So both hemispheres of the brain are engaged at the same time.
And for these fighters against Parkinson's disease, the class has been a knockout.
I'm able to move a lot better.
I have a better quality of life. I've been diagnosed for 12 years.
So much more mobility and more strength.
My core strength is much improved, and my flexibility as well. I felt really stiff at first.
And it's all about fighting back as these fighters inspire each other as well as their head coach.
You see them coming in and a lot of tremor, or the gait is not that well, and you see them leaving the class and they're like, bye coach, and it's so great, it's really great.
Let's hear it for Channel 10!
Yeah, very, very inspiring. In fact, one of the fighters, they call them fighters there, came in with a walker, started the classes, and no longer needs a walker. So the classes are working quite well.
They're cheering for us. We cheer for them.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Good story. Yep.